cooking with time. I think they could do it, but it will be a very hard game. I've got no doubts about it because FaZe just look very, very fired up at the moment. And you can tell in that little interview with James just the kind of strength of mentality that underlies this team in karrigan and the experience. It's really hard to underestimate that.
Now, historically, Overpass, yes, it is a home map for Complexity, but not at this event. In the Elimination Stage, it got absolutely dumpstered by Mousesports 13-1. Thankfully, the same story is true for FaZe, who got owned 13-1 as well by Eternal Fire. So both these teams coming in pretty weak on Overpass, and we'll see who comes out on top. It will be the T-side starts for Complexity with 2 smokes, 3 flashes, and a P250. For the pride of North America, it's Mr. EliGE.
Let's see how they do this one. Hulzerk and JT going to be charged. Yeah, they're going to be charged to the smokes here. Look at it. They've got so much utility, but the smoke's going down behind them. The dualies, a good shot for broky. Back right in Grim's face, and we'll get the double kill. Good start so far for FaZe, but the bomb is being planted. Oh no, Hulzerk.
No way!
How do you lose that fight?
I have no idea. They can still win the round though. Bomb planted, Floppy and JT will have to play heads up Counter-Strike, looking for these fights. They cannot sit back. And here comes the push from Monster.
Good opportunity for the dualies. Frozen's quite low. If it's a double, it might work out, but Rain crouches through and takes down JT. It's all on Floppy to try and hold on. He almost has it. It's going to be Rain instead to shut him down, and even without the kit, it looks like they'll have just enough time here for the defuse. My God, what a round.
Floppy can be so clutch. Fantastic effort there. 3 kills found. Recovers the round somewhat. Looked like it was falling apart after the double kill. Courtesy of broky with his dual leads in hand. But the bomb is planted. Floppy finding 3 kills gives him an extra $900 as well. So they can buy him the next round. Floppy can definitely get the AK. They can have Galil's otherwise. And it's going to be a difficult one going forward for FaZe. They know they're going to be up against a very strong buy on the T side here. And pistols have kind of been split down the middle. It was FaZe that obviously won the first on Nuke and built up that 7-round streak. Complexity did win on the second half, but then lost to the force buy, and then their game just fell apart here. So we are going to see the force buy and see whether they can actually bounce back early instead of giving up a ton of rounds on the T side of Overpass. They're one map away from elimination.
They're playing on the side of the map right now, Complexity, that sometimes you can really get stuck in, right? Because the problem is, if there's an early AWP, especially on broky, if he's going to come alive a little bit more, you never know. You can get locked out pretty hard on this T side. So I think this early force buy here for Complexity, it's going to be pivotal to decide where they go beyond this game or beyond this round. Got some Galils out. 1 AK on Floppy. Couldn't have handed it off to a better person right now, I feel like.
He's playing very well today. Wasn't quite enough on Nuke, but certainly was inspiring for the rest of the Complexity members. We'll see this nice contact play in towards the A bomb side. Very tentative and passive from FaZe right now.
Yeah.
There's broky and Frozen now play the A side. Rain now finds himself at the B bomb side, and Frozen will go down early. Nice shot from Hulzerk. It's broky into a very uncomfortable position. karrigan going to be rotating, and Rain as well.
There's still a minute left. You don't want to be over-rotating either.
Well, they have got Robs patrolling this connected position. He's the linchpin of this.
How many people could he stop with the MP9? No, they blow open the door. That's not a good look. Once one person jumps out, you know you're going to be dead. You're going to be traded every time. Rain, though, set up nicely. They almost just run into his shots. A double kill for Rain, and it's EliGE and JT now. Suddenly, it slipped out of their hands up from the high ground, broky. And actually, it's karrigan to get the shot ultimately, but broky probably doing most of the damage there. JT on his own.
30 seconds. JT is fantastic in the clutch. Especially on Overpass as well. He can win this round, Anders, let me tell you.
Oh, but then more move, he's got no idea. You could tell he has to pick up the bomb, and when he swings wide, they can have a bit of a look at it. It's broky to pick it up. A scary round for FaZe, but one that they will pick up.
I thought that was enough when Robs had a pretty shambolic spray from the connector. The fact he even got 1 was quite fortunate. Like, he was primed to maybe get 2 or 3 with that sort of positioning. He kind of fumbles the spray, but Rain, solid as ever. Most 2 of them down, more importantly, survives, and they deny the plant. And yet a pretty convincing finish in the end. It's going to be almost certainly 3-0 for FaZe Clan here on the CT side. Complexity can't justify much more than some upgraded pistols, no Kevlar, no nades. Into middle we go. These rounds aren't impossible to win, but very difficult indeed. And Frozen playing in front of that offensive smoke, following them in towards the playground. All 5 members of Complexity here on the other side.
Nice.
First one has been found, that's Grim.
It's a really good grenade just to blow open the front of the smoke. One lands on JT and he gets exploded with no body armor. That'll do a lot of damage right there. Paving the way also for one of those early AWPs like we talked about. broky should be able to get one a little bit early in this game. But FaZe made their way through at least the first bit of danger. We'll see what Complexity are able to mount. All AKs on that side. Still no AWP in play. I thought maybe Rops would have had just enough, but I guess they don't want to try and risk it just yet. 4th round is here. Plenty of utility for the Complexity side, so if they can clear out some real estate on the early part of the map, they should be able to do some pretty cool executes with what they've got in the back here. Oh, nice.
Massive grenades. And about 150 damage inflicted before anyone's even spotted an enemy here. Important round for Complexity. Can't let the same amount of landslide come forth for FaZe here at the start. They went up 7-0 on the T side of Nuke, bear in mind as well. It wasn't even a CT start, so can't let them have that sort of freedom once again. Need to start breaking the momentum, sabotaging the finances, as we do have some decent map control. They're not messing around here. Complexity, a lot of map control. The bathrooms under their remits. All 5 players getting ready for an A execution here. The bomb will join them. Smoke's down. FaZe can feel it coming. As you can see, we've got karrigan confirming that short and indeed B in general is clear.
Yeah, once again, that forward position for FaZe is doing work for them. A flash, it had everyone, but somehow it's not enough. Frozen. It looked like that should have been a multi-spray down, but they made their way through. Complexity, broky on the other side. They'll pick up the AK, and he can't even get a chance to fire it. It's just Rops hiding inside of the smoke. They're planting on the other side. He comes out, cags the EliGE. It's a good kill. And with a bit of a flank here, 2 versus 2. The bomb is planted. What a chaotic round this has been so far. It's JT and Holzerk inside of the bomb side. Holzerk can't really escape, and he might just get edged out here. Look at the timing for karrigan. Walking up, there's Rain on the one side, and Holzerk, no one's looking for him. karrigan is right there to get the headshot.
It's one of the most overlooked positions for whatever reason in all of Counter-Strike, but karrigan does check the truck in the end. Very close there for Complexity, opening frag in their favor, bomb planted, but couldn't deliver the goods, couldn't seal the deal. As another round slips away, that's going to be 4-0 now. As we do see FaZe start to run away with this first half once again.
Yeah, if I had to say something though, I will say, you get that close and you get the bomb plant, and it's continuously at that A bomb site. There's some part of you that has to be thinking of your Complexity. This is not that bad necessarily. Like, we're actually doing a lot of impact. If we win one more fight there, we just win the round straight away. I also wonder if they're starting to realize how much is being read by FaZe having that forward player by the connector. That's a problem that Complexity need to work out. Wow, okay, that's another way to get around Grim with the wallbang spray down. Takes out Rain.
Yeah. So that's 2 opening picks now back-to-back. Complexity need to convert this one. They've got the maximum loss bonus. As long as they keep planting the bomb, they can continue to buy. An early 5-on-4 advantage. What's the response here now? Holzerk aware the CTs will be hunting for some sort of intel. A backstab of sorts. Does he clear out the party properly? Frozen could time him here. Well, they're hearing footsteps. This is going to be a disaster. They have no idea that Frozen is right next to them. Couple of skills available, and he's absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, you couldn't have done that any better. Doesn't jump the gun, doesn't panic in that moment. broky.
Big miss.
Yeah, that's a really big miss, especially because it cost him his life afterwards. Floppy showing up, shooting him, and suddenly it's a 3 versus 3. Plenty of time. The Molotov, yeah, might slow them down a little bit, or just change the plant position. Oh, yeah, Robs knew about that one, but can't quite find the angle for it. So bomb is planted. Complexity. My God, they would love to get around to the board right now. 2 versus 3.
The money's going to be wrecked. Unless they get a quick kill now, they're going to get $1,400 into the next round. You might consider the savior, Anders. And I think they've conceded and allowed this one to go. I think that broky miss was the calling point. You have to say, right, that's it. We can't actually retake this bomb site. It's not worth it. Sure, it's not impossible to win this round, but you'd rather keep the money at least relatively strong because these rounds have been close each and every time. They might even need a tactical pause after this one. They only get that $1,400. Floppy should go down here, and indeed he will.
Rob's wanted that AK, but not. All right. Almost made his way out of the round with nothing.
Yeah, true. But there we go. 2 AKs have been saved. The first round finally posted by Complexity. They break the streak. You thought FaZe might have done enough there with that party position. Huge double kill, but it all started here. Now, these opening frags are not going to be sustainable. Those wall bang headshots, you're not going to find those every round.
But I will say this again, they did the work in the previous rounds, Complexity. It's because they were so efficient at the A-bomb site getting kills. They could have won some of those rounds, that once they finally do win a round, this time at the B-bomb site, at least they are able to capitalize on it pretty quickly. FaZe, it's a scout instead of an AWP. They do have 2 AKs saved on that side, so that's pretty huge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he knows. Floppy knows.
He saw him, yeah. He's waiting for the next peek and should win this fight, no problem.
Oh my God.
Taps away, doesn't quite connect. It's unfortunate. He had the advantage there. Rob's going back for seconds.
How bold is that? All right.
So Floppy were called, yeah, he's down. And now Robs swings towards connector. He's going to have, oh my God, another massive grenade that does about 100 damage. Okay, I didn't expect that. Big kills coming in from karrigan, though. Huge pair of kills. Floppy will have to pick up the pieces here. Can he find anything at all? The smoke will save him for now. Finally, he does go down. JT fighting back here, but it's too much to handle. And Horzerk, he's on the other side of the map. They know it as well. He's already picked up a kill. And broky with the scout actually tags him, Anders. I don't know why he stays around for a second challenge. That should be it still. To be fair, Brain and Robs are both very low.
Yeah, they are. But
he has to drop down.
This is so smart from Brain. Just wait it out. There's only 25 seconds. He has to make a move. Taking a little bit of a peek. You've no idea where the other player is. There's the drop down. Horzerk himself is low. 18 seconds now, and Rain's relocated. Oh, he's outplaying his countryman very well there. Brain taking down Horzerk. And FaZe back to their winning ways again.
They'll save the double AKs once more. 5-1. Very important round that would busted the finances. It's karrigan.
Look at the timing here. Just as they swing, there's that wide swing from Floppy. He swings into a flash and a smoke. Like, it's so unfortunate. Otherwise, there's actually a great chance that Floppy could have had a double kill there because they were very, very locked into that corner. Tactical timeout, Henry. I mean, who can blame them?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's early days, and the T side of Overpass, one of the most difficult halves you'll play in CS2. They're going to buy once again, but these weak buys just make it that much harder to get one over the line. Galils and a couple of AKs. This is set piece territory. You need to be doing like a full execution into that B bomb site, considering you don't really have the firepower to run the defaults, go toe-to-toe with the saved AKs on the other side. They've actually got just as many AKs on the CT side as you do.
Yeah. A little bit of an issue, isn't it? It's an MP9 on Frozen. Kind of makes me wonder if they're going to try and be a little bit more aggressive in a round like this one. It's fun sometimes to try and see if you can run it into the connector. They haven't really played that forward connector position that much. So maybe you try it. Looks like Frozen is, finding himself in that position.
Like you said, that they are getting this mid-control. They're getting the bomb planted today. That's the objective, right? They can just get it into a clutch scenario. Force a retake. That would be ideal. broky feeling the pressure. Smoke down towards bathroom. Frozen wants some intel here. And once again, they've confirmed the B is completely clear. They pushed offshore. Problem is, they've given up all of this space once again. Bathrooms is under full control of Complexity.
Yeah, but this is an unbelievable issue for Complexity. They have to find a way to stop FaZe from having this entire side of the map. You can maybe fight your way out, but obviously you're at a huge tactical disadvantage from them knowing what's coming. They just absolutely know. Frozen doesn't want to stick around. He doesn't have to die for this position anyway. You don't really need to. It's a massive distraction for Complexity having to execute into the A-bomb site without controlling connector, and that's what's happening right now. They are moving forward, and if they get the kills, maybe it can work out here. broky started to fall back. It's karrigan. Good kill, and broky picks one. Oh, bullets left! A headshot for karrigan. JT gets exploded, and this is looking very, very weak for Complexity.
Oh, that's a captain's performance if ever I've seen one. karrigan now with multi-frags in key rounds back-to-back. He got the double kill at the B bomb side. Now with the hat trick to save the day. Denying the plant, more importantly. That's another partial buy coming up next, even with maximum loss bonus. Look at him go. But you have to say there's no real pressure. There's no flashes. You can see that, sure, he connected the dots, but didn't have to work too hard for them.
That is the kind of round that feels much less like complexity executing into the bomb site, just being pushed there. They're being funneled to the bomb site.
That smoke down towards connector. They know that they've got all the information now. Unless we go right now.
Yes.
Where there's a chance that it's got a swarm than they did. They keep giving up too much space towards that B side of the map. broky gets one somehow, but EliGE will take him down with the Tech 9. Like we said, partial buy territory. Frozen once again locked in towards a party position. You got a double kill here before, this time with the AK-47 in no man's land. If he gives up the AK with nothing, that would be a disaster. 1, 2, looking for the third here. They're on high alert, trying to triangulate his position. Nice damage towards EliGE as well. That will at least nullify round number 8 for complexity. Sure, they recovered the AK-47, but almost nothing they can do in this 3-on-2 with EliGE being basically dead on 5 points of health.
And Rain is covering an angle that's going to stop the rotation down to the B bomb site, and one you will probably never check if you go through that way. If they go up here and they win the fight straight up clean against karrigan, if floppy can just take this peek, there is a way back into the round. Oh, and there we go. Okay, it wasn't clean, but he get the shot anyway. Now, out on long, Robs has started to sneak in, and this is why it had to be clean, because the other two members of FaZe still have the money or the health to fight for here. Robs will shoot floppy in the back, and now EliGE, at least you get the bomb plant. Hopefully there are no grenades landing on you, but you are stuck in. You cannot escape, and Rain will find you and hunt you down. 7 rounds for FaZe.
7-1, running out of time and space here. Our complexity, the bomb planted does guarantee decent resources going forward, the AWP, but that was a partial buy regardless. They're always were going to have a buy, whatever happened, but yeah, we'll take it.
I think there are 2 things that keep being a recurring issue. Complexity can't hold outside of B, so FaZe keep knowing when there's an A attack happening, and Frozen is having so much impact by the balloons. It's just like, there's a couple of rounds now where he's standing there. He doesn't even have any backup. There's nobody at long to help him out with. They should be able to punish him more for that. But it's getting real late here in the first half, Henry. 7-1.
Yeah, this series has been a little bit weird, hasn't it? Like, I know there was that cosmetic comeback in the first map, but it was 7 rounds here, 6 rounds in the other team, 7 rounds back to FaZe. It's like, it's difficult to really get that hyped about them.
Well, I mean, give you some credit, Henry. You came in full confidence. I don't know that I was that confident on FaZe. I was very worried about that result yesterday. It wasn't easy for me to shake that off, but you did say you thought this was going to be 2-0. You thought FaZe were going to be right back.
It's mainly down to the map pull, though, and well, we'll get back into the action. When it rains, it pours. 2 more kills for the Norwegian. Finds them through the smoke. 4 versus 3, and whatever they had in mind completely thwarted already. They've got 2 smokes remaining. 3 players out of position. You've got EliGE all the way back in T-spawn. 2 towards short, just hoping a CT will walk into your crosshair, and why would they? They can just fall back, pair up, 2 players at either bomb site. As they re-smoke the monster area, karrigan can get more and more comfortable here.
Just in terms of in-game leadership, right? It's the one round where Complexity decided to go pretty hard at B right away. They wanted to explode onto that site.
karrigan going to push this? I don't like it. Don't love it. Yeah, unnecessary.
Okay. I was about to big up karrigan saying they actually had 4 people at the B bomb site, so it's a good read, but that might have been a mistake.
Oh, I think it almost certainly was. You didn't even need intel here.
Now, the problem is there's not that much time left. 30 seconds. There's 2 people on the A bomb site already. Although they don't have any nades to slow them down with, this could be down to the wire. They are being very slow about it, their complexity, but they have to be, because if they run, they're going to be hurt by Robs. So they have to walk this whole way and hope they get the entries. 15 seconds on the clock. This could be everything. The entire major could be on the line here for Complexity. They need rounds in the first half, and they're not getting them. JT fighting, 7 seconds left, and broky will take him down.
Good round once again from FaZe. Complexity did absolutely everything they could with it. After losing 2 players down towards Monster, a 4-on-3 advantage. They were gifted a karrigan push towards Monster, but just didn't have any resources left, Anders. Like you said, 20 seconds remaining, and you're hoping for like an A execution. They had one smoke available. That was literally it. So what can you even do? You can smoke dumpster. You can't even flash the bomb site. So you might as well just run into that stage and hope you catch them out of position. But broky was there. The rifles were set up, and it's yet another round for FaZe as we go 8-1. Just a couple more rounds left to play. No bomb planted, but money is pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, because of the layout of the map, Rob's position meant they wouldn't have been able to run up towards restrooms. They couldn't have bought more time in that way. He would have heard them every single time, and that would have really given them a chance to do something on the A-bomb side. Nice shots here from broky. Been the best major yet for broky in terms of the AWPing, but some of the rifling has been really impressive. So, you know, there's that side of the coin. He's able to do both. But I feel like we haven't seen the classic broky rounds. Maybe that is still to come.
He's saving it for the Royal Arena.
Yeah, he might be. I think Richard was making a point the other day that Rain is one of these big game players, and this is one of them right here. You know, 10-3. Rain doing absolutely amazing work in the server, carrying FaZe at the moment to a bit of a victory. It seems like Complexity. We've yet to see them do anything. They made a comeback on Nuke. They were able to bring it back to a 7-5. Best they can do right here is 8-4, and they desperately need those 4 rounds.
In towards B we go. They're taking so much damage en route. They haven't seen anyone yet. EliGE down to 30 points of health, but he cracks open the B bomb site. Is there anything left they can do? EliGE with a double kill. Rob fighting back, and now finally they have the man advantage. Can they get the bomb planted? Ozark in a lot of trouble. He's got the bomb in his back as well. He's on high alert as he scrambles towards the bomb site. Robson frozen. Now with the retake in a 3 versus 2 deficit.
If you cannot win this round, it might just be all over. It's set up for you. Grim, the second kill of the map for him right there. You'll take it. Frozen in the ground.
Money's still not great, believe it or not. So Rob's kind of has to save this AK.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the most tragic part of this half so far, is that they have done a lot of work. This isn't a wipeout in that sense. I mean, it is in terms of rounds, but there are a lot of rounds that Complexity are going to be looking back on thinking, my God, we could have maybe done it. All right, Rob's just really trying to be annoying.
Maybe there's a chance. You never know. But not going to be trying to steal the round away. Complexity certainly do, though. It was EliGE that went down to 30 points of health and still breaches the B bomb site, gets himself a pair of frags that are very influential, defining their second round on the board in total. It's incredibly difficult to get these T-side rounds on the board, so more of that, please. EliGE getting the job done. This is a nice shot from Grim as well. That sealed the deal. So round number 11, as mentioned, the money's pretty tight, but Deagle for Rain. A couple of M4s and the broky AWP. Got a buy here, but
certainly feel very
if Complexity can find this one, they should be good for 4.
Yes. Keep that thought in mind as they try to push through the monster tunnel here. They're going to be running into only 2 players. Look at the forward position. For once, FaZe, they're not forward on B. They're forward on the A side of the map, but they have smelt nothing on that side. So they're going to be calling it in, saying, you know what, there are no T players on the A side of the map right now. You got to be on high alert down at B. Although Complexity are walking their way back. Robs just waiting around towards the playground. Is anyone ever going to check this? They've never been here before. The entire half. And oh, actually, JT. He was ready somehow. What a shot that must have been. Robs looked like he had a massive positional advantage. Now Rain looking for a Deagle headshot. Well, that's very awkward. I don't know what's happening. Didn't get the shot. Decided to try and see if he could hop, skip out of there. Frozen looking to make that a double kill, but instead it cost him his life. For once, they managed to claim that back. Frozen's got multiple double kills from that position just by being patient, but this time it was a bit too much. broky also getting hunted down. A 3rd round for Complexity. Some signs of life here, finally, for them.
Same story as Nuke. And to be honest, it's not too bad for Complexity. They can get this final round, which is looking pretty likely. 8-4 is pretty standard T-side on Overpass. So yeah, a rough start once again, but yeah, it's a pretty clean finish actually. No one gets away with their life this time. Floppy starting to nail some shots. EliGE coming to life as well. Final round should be theirs and then some. Round 12 here, looking for 4 on the board. Complexity have everything they could possibly need. FaZe far from it. MP9s and Deagles, a CZ for Rain. Karrigan Scout, you didn't see many of those.
It'd be some classic bullshit, wouldn't it, if he just shows up and headshots a couple of people. You never know with karrigan. He's one of those players. Deagle does nothing at all. Grenade on top. Grim not quite able to finish what he started, unfortunately. Frozen will be able to take him down. karrigan scrambling. He should surely be dead here. EliGE, yeah, easy kill. Man advantage. They actually have the A bomb side in theory, but rotation started to get here from FaZe. They're a little bit panicked, and you can understand why. Although Frozen does have the AK.
Final round. And they are coordinated themselves into the correct position. We've got multiple players here for FaZe on the A bomb side, but they don't have the firepower. But Robson's got the skill. Using the MP9 at range will find JT. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3. Hawks got the bomb towards long. They've got plenty of time, and he'll wait for his moment to strike. Robs has been removed, and Rain, he's only got the pistol. Here on the A side, 73 points of health. The execution now as they commit. And the CZ not enough. That's surely the end of the half. Complexity posting yet another round. 3 in a row to close things out. It's looking quite dire at one stage, but 4 is very serviceable, Anders. They can win the pistol in the second half. They're right back in this, but that's exactly what we said on Nuke as well. And it wasn't the case. They won the pistol, lost to the second round 4-7, then just completely lost their heads. Didn't post a single round after that.
I'm starting to see the pattern here. I think really what they're doing is making it as hard as possible for NA fans to watch the game. Like, I think that's what's happening. Like, you go on a massive roller coaster down, like everyone's crying and screaming, and then right at the end you're like, oh, maybe something is happening, and then it kind of goes wrong again. My God. They're keeping the dream just barely alive. But you are right. The template for how to win this game is right in front of them. Win the pistol, win the first rifle round, and we can have a conversation again. The map is not out of their reach yet, even if it does look very dire at the moment. 8-4. It's now complexity on the CT side.
Yeah. Let me offer some words of encouragement to the North American fans. This is absolutely fine. They can actually pull this one back. 4 rounds on the T side of Overpass is actually pretty par for the course. And we'll see if they can win. And I will say they won't. They would like to win the pistol for sure. It would certainly help them out, but it's not even required that they pick it up.
It also could be worse. They could be Danish fans, Henry. So there's always that to think about. Smoke going up, flash going through. EliGE on the front line, good headshot. Grim on the backup, and he's cracking skulls from the back line. Another headshot comes through, and they will overwhelm it. Grim, 4 kills. He is back.
Excellent work.
Back until it, bro.
Nice work for Grim. The P2000, the USP working in tandem. All 5 players trying to get through the monster. They get nothing at all. No bomb planted. Jets has to be the eco coming up next as well. That certainly changes the landscape of this second map of our best of 3. Ancient is the third if required. And now we're 1 step closer to it. Nothing can really be purchased here, so the Glocks across the board. FaZe Clan now. This is going to be a difficult game to close out 2-0. Complexity at 1 point, absolute specialist on Overpass. Haven't necessarily been that this tournament. The only map they've even won in the elimination stage after 7 showings was Vertigo.
Yeah, which is the permaban of FaZe. So they're not getting to play Vertigo is crazy, isn't it?
Oof. They can't. If they lose this round, I don't have any words of encouragement left. I've got nothing for you. They have to win this round.
Yes.
Put it that way. It looks like it'll be comfortable. EliGE and Hallzerk open things up. Should be a guaranteed frag for EliGE. Doesn't have to commit to it though. He's at the 40 points of health.
There's some damage received, but ultimately it's looking pretty good. Robs with the T side, Zeus unable to find any positions to play with. Nobody even dies on complexity. They're up to 6.
Ooh. Next round will be very indicative as to which way this one's going. Will it be FaZe turning up with the rifles, running away with it, shutting complexity out? Or will we have a long, drawn-out affair that could go to overtime, back and forth rounds? Got those MP9s, like the bonus round here. So the firepower is lacking. It means complexity might have to show something more offensive here in the first gun round. Don't have the weaponry to fend off a default, so what's the play? What's the call? I can see 2 players.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this is the sort of call, and this is what I was expecting. I haven't seen this version of it before, though. You're behind the plant. A 3-man boost. They've been saving this for the major.
That's such a commitment. The rest of the map is basically empty for complexity players because 3 of them are tied up in a boost down there. Now, if it works, it's sick, but we can tell on the minimap, no FaZe plans close to it. Like, they're not going to get, they have to basically disassemble the boost. I mean, it's still a cool idea. Said a bit of a bonus round. You might need a bit of a trick to try and get something done with, but this one didn't net them anything. I do like this forward position for Holzerk. It should allow them to...
It's all about the timing. He's going to backstep eventually when he feels the time is right. Rain... Oh, we made a sound cue, though. Did Rain hear that? I don't think so. He's actually probably got Rain here. There he is. And there's the frag. Oh, Rain will be kicking himself.
And he even moves forward. He actually gets all the information. He doesn't just fall back and say there could be more players there. He moves forward and says there's nobody on this side. Be ready down to the B bomb side, and they are.
Okay, this is looking pretty ropey now. I'm not sure what that was from karrigan. Just offers himself up for free, low HP, runs in, just sacrifices himself in towards the B bomb site. 5 on 3. I'm not sure how they pull this one back. Hall's up in a prime position to get yet another kill. broky will pull one back. They'll get the plant at least. I don't think there's any way they can win this one.
There shouldn't be... the only thing is they're all retaking from the same side. Nobody's coming off from behind, but broky's also pushing into them. I was going to say if they stay by restrooms, wait a minute, they're going to be walking right into the headshots. broky! He's nearly got it. Oh, and it's one tap! Frozen! The Iceman!
They've absolutely collapsed at the final hurdle. Was looking so good at 4 on 2, Anders. The round was there, prime for the taking. And with your tournament life on the line, already a map down, you played it so well. A 5 versus 3, they've essentially just given you the round. And one by one they come through. It spirals out of control, and Frozen! What a shot to close things out. 9-6. That throws a spanner in the works. It was the bonus round, bear in mind. The Complexity still have a buy available, but still, that was a 5 rises with 2 for Masses in the mix. And toward that connector we go once again. EliGE with no helmet up against the MAC-10. He'll come out on top for the first. Can't find the second. JT willing to take this fight and delivers on all fronts.
Yeah, that was a very clean shot coming up from JT. Been one of the pillars for Complexity in this series so far, maybe in the tournament so far. They lost a 4 versus 2. At this stage in the tournament, man, that's going to cost you.
Oh, it's a back-breaking play. Frozen sending shivers down the spines of Complexity fans across the world. But they now have the man advantage, Anders. They can pull this one back. Down but not out. Rain, once again, looking to challenge his fellow countryman. Holzerk played a very strong game so far. Do they anticipate his position? The shadow just gives him away. And it's still a 3 versus 2. 45 seconds remaining. It's broky and Robs this time. Both of them alive and well with 100 HP.
If they stop the bomb plant and win this round, again, the game is wide open for Complexity. But look at the counter rotation coming out here. Yeah, FaZe, they know. It's being heard now. They're starting to realize they should have heard some of the footsteps. Like Grim would have heard it from the upside of the map. Good trade, JT, but he can't get the next one. 1 versus 1, and Grim's walking up behind. Now, he does have the element of surprise. broky doesn't know where he's coming from, so quiet as a mouse. He's sneaking towards the bomb site. Don't give anything away, no sound cues. Oh, he just has the kill! broky! Somehow that internal intuition just telling him where Grim was coming from. What a win.
He couldn't have been in a better position as well. A prime spot, perfect crosshair placement, and the money has gone out the window for Complexity here. Oh, they're playing good CS as well. They're winning their duels. They're reading the rotations well. But broky and Frozen just go absolutely clutch in the last couple of rounds. That might be enough to find the 2-0.
If you're Grim, what a mental situation. You're facing an opponent who's got his back turned to the entire rest of the bomb site. Like the heaven, everything else is exposed. He's just sat there with the crosshair waiting for you, and it works for him. Timeout, the last one, tactical here for Complexity.
They're going all in. This is a ballsy call. 5 sevens.
Thumbs up or down, Henry?
I mean,
take on this?
The way they're hitting their shots, they're doing very well in the individual duels here. It's just coming down. They've had a 4 versus 2 and a 4 versus 3 in their favor that's collapsed. It's just unlucky. Like FaZe, against Imperial, we didn't see any of this. They didn't clutch a single round. They looked weak. They would barely find opening frags. And today, it's a different beast entirely. This is the FaZe clan that can win championships. This is the FaZe clan that can go all the way in the major.
They had a lot of HEs. There are some really cool ways you can use HEs on the CT side. One of them that I really like is if you actually save them for the A plant, you can throw them from the stairwell that's behind the CT spawn, and you can actually sometimes explode a player that's just trying to default plant. But they still have 2 left. We'll see if that's ever going to be put into play here. 4-round difference. A scout is out. They have very little to work with.
It's never that simple, though. Up against the pistols, there's going to be boosts. There's going to be aggressive flanks.
Oh, that's the HE's gone. Blowing up in the smoke. Not catching anyone there. EliGE, though. It's a start. He gets traded. Tag shooting rocks, I think, in his pinky toes.
They're pretty low here. Like, this scout could be very problematic. Also, the kind of player that's going to nail the body shots. They'll smoke off towards the bathrooms here. Rain's one of the players that's already down to 30 points of health. And he absolutely eviscerates him with the AK-47. Grim next on the chopping block. The flames starting to scorch his toes, and they'll go back in towards the B bomb site. They've caused these rotations as well. It's hook, line, and sinker. B bomb site's wide open, Anders.
Yeah.
They did have something to work with here. It was looking rather promising at one stage on this force buy, but they might even be better off saving the little they have. With the Kevlar especially is more important, because you're not going to be winning this round now. Yeah, they have to save. It's one of the most...
Could there be a worse feeling than having to save this?
Saving the Eagles and a scout just because you have literally nothing going forward. Yeah, it's a real problem. In terms of loss bonus, I can confirm they get $2,400 in the next round. So with the Kevlar already, that means they can buy a FAMAS or an MP9, maybe an M4 in some instances. No, that won't be possible. So yeah, you're saving to buy a FAMAS next round. You drop a Deagle over to EliGE and Horzerk, and yeah, that's where we're at. It's not pretty. And the 2-0 looking very likely here.
What it feels like when the food app like refunds you €2 because the food was 5 hours late, and you're like, oh, thanks, great, I've got €2.
Focus, okay? We're playing fucking good right now. We need focus, okay?
Yeah, they are playing good, but these games can still fall apart. The pressure is mounting. All it takes is one glorious Desert Eagle headshot, a backstab of an MP9, and they can get right back into it. It's a very CT-sided affair.
You know, for those who missed it, we had the conversation. We actually had the interview yesterday with karrigan where he said, sure, this wasn't maybe a great game, but he still very much believed that the team could make it back. And I was, I thought, really, like, after that performance, but it shows you the level of depth to karrigan as a leader. Like, he knew that the team had it in them, even if it was a bad result yesterday, potentially. It is still the FaZe clan that is just so powerful here. They're 2 rounds away from making it, finally putting a Danish player inside of the Royal Arena. Almost all of the rest of them have been eliminated. And Hooksy's still out there, but sure, I mean, the rest have fallen on the way. Copenhagen's been a bloodbath for Danish Counter-Strike so far.
You got Zipex as assistant coach of Mouse. He's in.
Cyclone's there.
Yeah,
sure.
there we go.
We got
couple of coaches.
There's bits and pieces, really, but...
So we could likely see karrigan, and then maybe Hooksy as well. After
yeah. Could be as many Norwegians in Copenhagen as there are Danes at the end of it. We'll find out. EliGE with a pistol and a prayer. A Deagle on long.
They didn't all in this one. They just gone for the pistols. Yeah. Saving the previous round. A couple more Deagles in the mix.
I'm not going to criticize. I think there's no rights and wrongs here.
There's pick your poison right from stage. Like, you definitely kind of need the round, but it is, like you said, CT side overpass. You could get 6 in a row. It's possible. Have to really dig deep to maybe win this round. The Molotovs can make things extra spicy. karrigan loses control. He's had a couple of rough rounds with that weapon, but still, it looks absolutely fine. They've got themselves Royal Arena point, Anders.
Yes,
Playoffs
they do.
On the tip of their tongue. Some touching distance.
I wish somebody would do side-by-side shots of FaZe clan fighting players in this game and in the Imperial game, and just look at like the difference in what they look like mechanically. I mean, broky's playing well. He actually was against Imperial, but Frozen's here. Like, everyone is just hitting really good shots. It's a very, very crisp game mechanically for FaZe right now, and Complexity are not able to hold on. The Major slipping out of their hands. It's Floppy alone, and obviously the best he could do right now is to try and find a rifle to bring into the next round. They have had nothing to fight with in the last couple of rounds here. He's going to get overwhelmed. A 3rd kill for Frozen.
We're doing burn B. We're doing burn B, but monster.
So, karrigan trying to coordinate the knockout punch.
Calling his way to victory right
Coup
now.
de grace, how will they find it? Can they just do it right here, right now? Not have to go through any of the turmoil and stress of a close game here. What will it be? We heard the letter B mentioned, actually. So we'll see if that's where they want to go. It's a nice set piece. Overwhelm the defense. They don't have everything they need, but they do have the Horzak AWP. And in we go. Is this where it all comes crashing down for complexity in the elimination stage?
Look how close he is. Did he spot him yet? I'm not sure that he did. JT might be walking into death. There's
Big.
the headshot. That could be the beginning of the end for complexity. The Copenhagen Major's been rough on them. They were up well. They look good from the start, but it's coming apart. Floppy trying to hold on to it. The dream, 4 versus 4 now. FaZe, can they find a way out of this one? They put some pressure on that B bomb site. Do you want to risk it here if you're Floppy? You've got no information. The team as a whole, you don't know anything about what's happening. Is anyone going to take a risk to find out what's next? EliGE is looking towards the restrooms on the other side. He's trying to just edge out. Is anyone down there? All right, he's going to get some shots in return, so at least he knows that there's a couple of players down there. That's good information. The bomb, as we can tell, outside of the B bomb site. Molotov's landing, putting some pressure on A, trying to see if they can sell that idea. And Floppy, that was the information play. That's what I was talking about. They had no info. They wanted to find it, but Floppy finds a bullet instead.
Brain's helping himself to the monster tunnel as well. That's prime real estate. 3 more kills away from the Royal Arena, and what a shot that is! Grim goes down with nothing. Rob's on the backstab, the bomb's being planted. It's Horzak with the AWP. It looks like FaZe have done more than enough here. The bullet connects, the wallbang will not. And EliGE and Horzak have to go for this one in an impossible scenario.
Well, moving in here. Rob's on the high ground, shooting EliGE in the back, and Horzak, the last one left alone on the site, and goes down. Rain rings out another AK shot, echoes across the map, but there's no one to hear it. Complexity are dead, and FaZe will survive. Finally, a Dane in the Royal Arena.
What a performance it was from FaZe. That's more like it. That's the team we know and love. 2 clean performances here. It was Nuke that